In this lecture, we are going to see about schematic trigger circuit using PGT. Schematic trigger is a wave shaping circuit, and it is used for generation of square waveform from sine wave input. So schematic trigger is a wave shaping circuit, and it is used for generation of square waveform from a sine wave input. It is actually working like a comparator circuit. So schematic trigger is a refined sort of voltage comparator. So schematic trigger is a refined sort of voltage comparator. That is when input voltage is higher than threshold voltage. That is, I am taking threshold voltage VUT. So Vin, when Vin greater than VUT, or this point actually called upper triggering point, UTP. So when Vin is greater than VUT, output is high. Similarly, when Vin less than VLT, so this voltage is called lower threshold voltage. When input voltage is less than lower threshold voltage, this is also called lower triggering point. Lower triggering point. V0 goes to low value. So when the input is between two levels, these two levels, the output retain its value, either low value or high value. This diode threshold action also called hysteresis. This diode threshold action is called hysteresis. And schematic trigger can also have two stable states. Like pi stable, multi vibrator. Let me see the circuit diagram of schematic trigger circuit. We are applying sinusoidal waves input waveform in place of transistor Q1 through a base resistance RB. Here we are applying input waveform as sine wave input. Here you are having collector resistance RC1, and here we are having transistor Q2 and its collector resistance is RC2. We are tied two collector terminals and we are giving supply voltages plus VCC. From this point I am taking R1 parallel C1 and given to the base of transistor Q2. Here we are having current flow IB2 and in emitter of transistor Q1 we are having value of emitter resistance RE. Similarly, here also we are taking a resistance value. I am taking this as, here we are having one R1, so I am taking R2 here. We are taking emitter of Q2 and emitter of Q2 and we are taking and given to the emitter of transistor Q1. In transistor Q2 we are getting square wave output in collector point. Here we are getting V0 as square wave input. We are giving sine wave input in transistor Q1 and we are getting square wave output in transistor Q2. As usual, you remember when a transistor on condition means its collector voltage and base voltage will be saturation voltage, and if your transistor off means its collector voltage in supply voltage plus VCC, and also this also like multi operators one transistor on at a time. So now we see the operation. First condition 1, I am assuming Q1 is on and Q2 is off. Q1 is on and Q2 is off. That is, sine wave is applied to the base of transistor Q1. When the voltage increases the above 0, nothing will happen till it crosses upper threshold voltage, which is determined by Bin greater than or equal to this upper threshold voltage determined by this base emitter voltage is VBE1 and this emitter voltages I am taking VRE. So when we are applying KVL, you will get VBE1 plus VRE. So when Vn greater than this VBE1 plus VRE, VBE1 plus VRE. This is actually called upper threshold voltage, and this point is called upper triggering point. UTP is called actually upper triggering triggering points. So when this condition occur, V in greater than or equal to VBE1 plus VRE, transistor Q1 conducts. Q1 conducts. So Q1 conducts means Q2 will be off condition. So your VC2. So Q2 in off condition means your VC2 is this transistor off means its collector voltage will be in plus VCC. VC2 is plus VCC. In condition 2, this transistor Q1 will continue to conduct till the input voltage crosses the lower triggering point or lower triggering level. So when input voltage becomes equal to lower triggering voltage, that is magnitude is given by V in less than or equal to VBE1. This V in is less than or equal to VBE1 plus VRE. Actually this magnitude is called lower threshold voltage VLT, and corresponding point is called lower triggering point. So when it reaches this point, lower triggering point, Q1, the base emitter voltage will be less than 0.7 volt. So and also when it reaches this LTP, this transistor Q1 is off and transistor Q2 will be in on condition. Q2 starts conducts, so Q2 is in on conditions. So if Q2 is on means we know that VC2 is transistor Q2 is on means its collector voltage is VCE saturation, which is approximately 0.2 volt. So these two conditions are alternatively happening in schematic trigger circuits. These two conditions will happen again and again. We are getting square wave in collector output of transistor Q2. Let me have the waveform. So I am taking a sine wave input as sine wave input, and this voltage is called upper threshold voltage VUT. So this VUT magnitude is given by VBE1 plus VRE. VBE1 plus VRE. Similarly, lower threshold point, this VLT, VLT. So this point is called upper triggering point UTP, and this point is called lower triggering point. This point is called upper triggering point. This point is called lower triggering point. This point is called upper triggering point. So at this point we are taking V0 is actually VC2, collector of transistor Q2. So at upper triggering point Q2 off and your VC2 is plus VCC. These values I am taking plus VCC. When it is reaches lower triggering point, VC2 is, that is Q2 is on. Q2 on means VC2 is VC saturation. This value is VC saturation. So again, when it reaches upper triggering point, you have plus VCC, and when it reaches lower triggering point, you have VC saturation. So this action will happen again and again. You will get square wave output in collect point of transistor Q2. So while we are studying schematic trigger circuit, you should know hysteresis voltage. Hysteresis voltage. It is the difference between. It is the difference between upper triggering point and lower triggering point. We can define as, that is, it is the difference between upper threshold voltage minus lower threshold voltage. So we can draw hysteresis loop. We can draw hysteresis loop is graph between input voltage and output voltage. Input voltage and output voltage. So at when you reaches this upper triggering point, the upper threshold voltage, this upper triggering point, you have output, high output. In transistor 1 you are having high output like this. You are having upper triggering, when it reaches upper triggering point, our output goes to high. Similarly, so your output goes to low to high. Similarly, when lower triggering point occurs, our output goes from high to low. So I am taking, this is high. When it reaches lower triggering point, output goes to low from high. Have arrow mark like this. This loop is called hysteresis loop. Now next we see the applications of schematic trigger circuits. It is used for wave shaping circuits and used for generation of rectangular waveform or square waveform from sine wave or any other input. We can use distorted sine wave or triangular waveform, any other waveform also. It can be used for voltage comparators. It compares two voltage levels and produces either high output or low output. And hysteresis in schematic trigger is valuable when conditioning noise signals for using digital circuits. The noise does not cause false triggering, and so the output will be free from noise. So in digital circuit, the output will be free from noise.